Grace and peace, family. Grace and peace. I'm your sister with the curly braids, Vicki Dillard, and I'm pleased to be here to have a formal response to something that I have been too quiet about for too long. Somebody talk black to me. Now, I know that at the moment, the notifications haven't gone out. That's okay. As I always say, I believe at the right time, the right people will hear my broadcast. I know I have helped to be an extraordinary blessing to Fly Nubian Queen and other platforms as well. And I have a very strong reputation for defending the defenseless. I have a very strong reputation for setting a precedent that others now follow but don't give me credit for. Talk black to me. I have a reputation of having unusual angles on stories. So much so that you all know, or you're all up in my DMs when I don't address certain stories, certain topics that you expect me to cover. Even though others might cover it, you all know how I move. You know my pro-Black stance and the effect that I intend to have on the world. Now, let me say something here, because this is going to be a very, 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 very brief war briefing today. First of all, I want you to know that I have my upcoming January 2nd, Your Royal Bloodline Vault Codes webinar activation. Your Royal Bloodline Vault Passcodes activation. Now, those of you that had the privilege of attending my first webinar in October, you know that it was life-changing. You know I broke down gems and most importantly provided you with a wisdom and an activation to activate your DNA melanin cell blood power. Somebody talk black to me. And so we're going to continue to build on that, family. What we know, what you must know, what you must understand is that when you are a spiritualist and a metaphysician, that means you're growing in your spiritual powers. We don't just talk about spiritual powers with my spiritual courses, family. No, we believe in the power of our magic and its effect on the here and now. Somebody talk black to me. I said, we have a belief that our supernatural powers ought to be able to shape our natural world. Come on in, family. Come on in, share this broadcast for a very, very brief war briefing today. Now, I want to have a very brief heart to heart. And I want you to listen to a couple of clips here in just a moment. Before I do, I want to invite you to take your spiritual life, your natural life to the next level, because everything you see came from everything you can't see. So go to my website, onpurposewithvicki.com, onpurposewithvicki.com, and get your seat today. It's January 2nd, one day after the new year. And yes, it is my Earth Day. It is my birthday, and it's going to be a glorious, glorious time. And I'm going to have a very special metaphysician, another metaphysician there with me to unleash sacred sounds to unlock your wealth codes inside of you. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, I understand why you don't, because they don't teach you this in your spirituality and your religious systems. The powerful, your government, the systems of this world keep it a secret. And we're getting ready to tell you, we're going to give you the cheat codes and the passcodes to take your life to a whole nother level. Get your seat today at onpurposewithvicki.com. That's one product, a New Year's product that you want to get ready for. I'm telling you that now before you go to spend all your money for the holidays, when you need to go ahead and get your seat and change your lineage, change your business, change your visions, your dream, change your trajectory of your family, your household. Begin to spiritually do the work as it relates to depression, sickness, disease of all sorts. Talk black to me. That's onpurposewithvicki.com, onpurposewithvicki.com. The second magical product that I made for you is one that's in high demand. Apparently, one of the emails that I was giving you was incorrect. The email to get your 2022 calendars, and I apologize for that, is www.vickicalendar.com. So I had to snatch down the latest couple of posts that I was using for that. I don't think I got all of them, but family, we apologize. I was receiving several messages and I told the team about it. So get your Vicki calendar, your angel calendars. They're deeply melanated calendars. You can get it at www.vickicalendar.com, VICKI calendar.com, www.vickicalendar.com. So go ahead and stock up on that. Family, we only are making a certain amount available. Get it while you can. I'm not someone that trips when people buy or don't buy. We have quite a few people that purchase some, but we have a few more left for you to purchase for a limited time. So stock up now for your angel calendars. So every month there's a scriptural angel reference. And then I give you an angelic thought to meditate on for the entire month every day. If you know me at all, especially if you've attended any of my masterminds or special webinars, you know that I have a unique and special and powerful and undeniable connection to the spiritual realm. I've had supernatural encounters with messengers that have affected my life, and it has to do specifically with my life's work. My goal is to get more of that energy in your life so that you can fulfill your destiny, your goals, your unique purpose. I know how to do it, baby. If you do what I tell you to do. So go to vickicalendar.com, because what you think about, you bring about. I said, what you think about, what you meditate on the most is what you end up bringing about. So go to vickicalendar.com, stock up today. So those are two products. That's my New Year's. It's actually going to be January 2nd. That's on a Sunday. We're going to be dealing with this whole notion of what are the ancestors, that power that lies within your blood. We're going to begin to heal metaphysically and spiritually your royal bloodline. And then we're going to unleash wealth codes. I'm taking you to another level. Everybody already knows what's up. And that's the reason why you must make the powerful spiritual, financial, energetic exchange to go to the next level in this particular course. This is not for everybody. But if you want to, go to onpurposewithvicki.com so that you can get your January 2nd, 2022 seat. The number 22, the year 22, is a master builder number. That in and of itself is a power on its own. Get your angel calendars for the holidays. Get your angel calendars for the new year now at vickicalendar.com. VickiCalendar.com, www.vickicalendar.com, www.vickicalendar.com. That's VICKI. The links are in the chat. I want to give you a minute to do that. Hey, Instagram family, I'm going to need you quickly to come on over to Fly Nubian Queen YouTube, because I need to use this device. I'm getting ready to play something. Instagram, I need you to get ready to come on over to FlyNubianQueenTV.com, because I'm going to play something on this device. So today's brief war briefing is about me. Today's very brief war briefing, I'm going to address a sick and diabolical problem in certain elements of Black society. There are certain elements in Black society that are self-hating. Are y'all hearing me? They are self-hating. And it's sad and it's unfortunate, because when I call out the white supremacists, when I call out the white supremacist systems, I do that because of how deadly being under their influence is. I have explained to you on many occasions before that unfortunately some of our people have been made into our open enemy, where you become a weapon and a danger to your own people. Now let's be clear. My address today, baby, is backed by an army you can't see. So I want to be very clear about the seen and the unseen haters that I'm dealing with. And I'm very clear that this is about my unstoppable purpose and destiny and elevation, and the people that I'm pleased and honored to be connected to. So why am I doing a show today addressing individuals in the YouTube media space, the multimedia space in some instances, that have made open threats against me? I'm used to people mocking my hair, making fun of me, I'm talking about men and women. Sometimes that comes with the territory of being a public figure. And most of it is driven by hate and jealousy that you can't quite get under control. And people wanting to take credit for a life that only the God gave you. And they were just an incidental tool and had nothing to do with it. I'm slinging my curly braids all over the globe today because I'm dealing with spiritual stuff right now. I was quiet because I'm on a network that I wanted to show respect and honor for the owner of the network and the other Flynubian contributors and whatever other affiliate networks where my show happened to be played. I'm of extraordinary value and benefit. And so because of that, I kept quiet. And because of the behind the scenes stuff, I kept quiet. And always remained classy and a lady when it came down to the rodents, the trolls, and the diabolical entities that came against me. But a couple of you reached out to me because this is the only reason I know that these things exist. I don't make this an obsession in my life. You all send me links. You all send me information. You all ask me, Vicki, did you hear about so-and-so? I choose not to give certain attention to certain things because you're just not on that level. Former colleagues that I've had little to no relationship with, nothing substantive for the most part, have made libelous, slanderous, life-threatening attacks against me. And so this has given other folks the courage to come out all on social media and threaten to kill me. I've done shows defending people I've never even met. Those individuals have never done a show to back me. They let me ride for myself. I've done shows when I've seen my brothers and sisters attacked. I go in hard for them. And many of them remain quiet about me. There are others that I had a loose affiliation with. And they had the nerve to befriend the very people that threatened to take my life. So necessarily I cut them off. But I want to address some of you self-hating Negroes today and tell you you got me messed up. And I'm speaking for myself today because there's nothing more important that I can talk about than my glorious assignment and importance on the planet. And since nobody else is taken to YouTube to discuss it, nobody else is taken to multimedia to discuss it, I'll speak for myself. And many of you shall remain nameless. But I'm dealing with the principle. Some of you had the nerve to tell me the reason you support some of these individuals is because they be telling the truth. To be sure, I want nothing to do with you. I said to be sure, I want nothing to do with you. I can never on no day be that hard up for some likes and some shares. Now, it came to my attention that a video was made threatening my life once again and making other lies and slanderous attacks. Some of these are deep devils and diabolical entities. But what I find interesting is that some of the same platforms that don't want you to tell the truth or to defend the Black race are the very ones that let these same people openly, repeatedly, for years nonstop threaten your life, defame, and lie on you. And so I want to address it today. Let the moderators put the link in the chat. Please pay attention to the chat. This is the link to the video. When you know your value, you act like it. So if I'm going to do a show backing people that don't know me, I'll be doggone if I don't back myself. I'm learning not to be a fool to wait for somebody to finally market you like you should, finally invest in you like you should, finally honor and respect you, including people that you all ask me, aren't these folks your colleagues? You ask them these questions. Don't ask me. Instagram, come on over to flynubianqueentv.com so that I can play you this video. I want y'all to listen to the slander and the threats. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share, 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 share. Share, 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 share. So no, I have not. I sat back and nothing has been done about it. So I'll protect myself and I'll take whatever necessary legal steps that ought to be taken. But I decided that I was going to take this out of the darkness and bring it into the light because our brother Malcolm, and of course he learned many of his principles from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, made it clear to us that the most unprotected person on our planet is the Black woman. I know I've defended Black men. I've defended Black women. And I had another show planned to talk about today and certainly at a different time, but there's no greater show. There's not a more important show than today, whether or not they send out my messages or not. God, today, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Moderators, put the link in the chat. I don't see it. Moderators, put the link in the chat. Moderators, put the link in the chat, please. Thank you, beloved. Moderators, put the link in the chat, please, quickly. Thank you, beloved. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Share, 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 share. Now, I've got to call this out because the reason these folks exist is because of, unfortunately, some of our people. Do you all see this name here? Do you all see this name? Take a screenshot. This is one of the latest. And as I told you before, there are some things I chose not to discuss because of behind the scenes stuff, respect out of the network, and the other stuff that I can't really discuss here. You all can understand that. I'm a contributor on several networks. So it's not just, oh, just go out. Plus, I'm not ghetto. And I'm not just a reactionary person. What I find interesting is that some of these platforms will promote anti-Black content. They will let you almost do straight up hardcore nude, talk crazy. They'll let the people that say the most MF and S and MF and BBB and MF and BBB and more BBB and more MF and MF and MF and. But when it comes down to the more serious things like this, nothing is done about it. I've done nothing but to stand with my people. I've done nothing but try to honor and respect Black folk. So I'll defend and respect myself, protect myself. Okay, mods. Where's our moderator? Did you put the link in the chat? I don't see it. I don't see the link in the chat. I'll do it myself. I'll put it in there myself. If I'm asking for it, that means I wanted to keep putting it in there. If I'm saying it, that means put it in there every time I say it. Talk black to me. There's nothing more important than what I'm talking about today. Can you all see the link? This is under Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for purposes such as fair use, criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, I still don't see it just now. I got it myself. I did it myself. No problem, Mod. Thank you. Family, I want you to listen to this. Now, apparently, I'm told that the thumbnail was different. So they've changed the thumbnail to make it look like this is a white woman here. You all see this? This is what the thumbnail has been changed to now. I'm trying to get on the timeline. This is a part of a weird, hold on. Let me make it smaller. So the thumbnail had me on it, but apparently that was just recently changed. I'm saying apparently, because again, you all the ones brought this stuff to my attention first, and then that's when I unfortunately had to look into it. Okay, I'm gonna make this as big as I can. This is what the thumbnail looks like. Oh, can y'all hold on? It was just changed. It had me on the thumbnail, but apparently they just changed it. Look at the title. The last title of this says, Nubian Thought with Bald Spots. Let's see who you are. Let's listen to a few clips of this and see why it is that this is okay for this type of content to be put out on your sister. By the way, if you have children, beware. If you have children, the language and the slanderous lies are very disgusting. But we're going to bring this out of the darkness, baby. Because you all have gotten, when I say you all, I'm talking about the haters. There have been several colleagues, former colleagues allegedly, that I never had a close relationship with, that apparently was inspired to constantly make ugly videos about me. And it gives other people the courage to make ugly videos and to make videos that threaten my life and that threaten illegal activity, that lie on me and that defame me and that slander me. But I wanted there to be an official video out there in case somebody's out there surfing, that Vicki did finally officially respond to several of these lies and slanders against me. And to let you know that there is an energy and a spirit, a diabolical energy and spirit behind it. But that's because my work is great. What is my work? My work is you. Somebody said it sounds like a Karen. Right. You're right. Whoever was saying that. And I've got several messages from folks said that they have a certain individual who was behind this. But whatever it is, I just showed you and gave you the link. And this is what we're going to talk about. Let's listen. Again, if you have children, please make sure that your babies are not listening to this because it's very offensive. And you all can, if you so choose, you can feel free to report and contact YouTube about why this is permitted. These threats against your sister is permitted on their platforms. While lies, slander, and defamation permitted on these platforms. I'll speak for myself. Since my other sisterly sisters in social media won't, since my brothers won't, I'll do it myself. Talk black to me.
Somebody please get this, will somebody please get this goddamn thought, tell this thought to stay out my channel. Nubian, I want you to stay out my motherfucking channel, you thought. See, this is what I'm tired of. I'm tired of thoughts like you. This thought with Tourette's and this bogus ass wig. Everybody tired of saying that bogus ass wig. You ain't talking about nothing. Fuck you and the black race. You're not talking about shit.
Did you hear that? So first of all, he calls my curly braids a wig and says what? He doesn't care anything about the black community. Let's listen.
Talking about nothing. Fuck you and the black race. You're not talking about
F you and the black race.
shit. You ain't standing up for the black race. You doing dicks, whore. You doing dicks, whore. That's all I'm
Did you all hear that? He said I'm doing D's. Calling me a thought and says I'm doing D's.
Around here doing. You ain't standing up for the black race. You're a piece of shit. Get your whack ass out my motherfucking channel, you big time major motherfucking hacker. Take them bogus ass wigs off and you're guaranteed.
Calls me a hacker and tells me to take the wig
See,
off.
you got bald spots up under your motherfucking head. Get your mangy, strougy ass the fuck on before I put your children up here and go ham on their dumb ass, you dumb ass bitch. Now,
he said, before I put your children up here. So they threatened to dox children. Just for those of you who don't know, Vicki doesn't have any babies. Vicki doesn't have any children. Did you hear what I just said? More and more slander, more and more lies.
Tell your mother, you tell you tell whoever having sex with you, you tell that nigga he's bogus for having sex with you, cause I wouldn't get near this tramp. I wouldn't get near this tramp. She look like she got the cooties. Get your clown AIDS having ass the fuck on, man. Stay the fuck out.
Did you all hear that? He says that I have A's. Take your clown looking A on. I just want you to be clear.
My channel, shorty. We don't even know you. Stay on my channel, clown.
What do you mean we don't even know you? What are you talking about? Listen.
I guess no fuck about no Nubian queen. Ain't no such thing as no Nubian queen. You bitches is thoughts, man. The fuck out my motherfucking lane, man. Stay on my channel, man. I guess no fuck about Africa, the black race, or none of that shit you talking.
I don't give a F about Africa or the black race.
You dusty black bitch. I guess no fuck about none of that. So stay on my channel, shorty. Because you keep being up in my motherfucking... Somebody
said it sounds scripted. Absolutely. That's the reason why. And again, there's a lot of stuff I won't say. And there are some names that I won't say, but I showed you the link. You have the link. But I'm defending myself because I'm sick and tired of folks feeling real comfortable making videos threatening Vicki Dillard's life. I've got to finally address that part. You can talk about me. You can lie on me. You can say, well, you can talk about my hair and all this other kind of stuff. Now, don't even lie on me. But you cannot defame me or slander me and threaten my life. Somebody's asking, I'm putting the link back in the chat. I'll speak for myself, God, today. What I look like pushing and defending other people and won't even defend myself. The devil is a lie. I said the devil is a lie. Watch this. Can you all see the link that I'm calling myself putting in the chat? I hope you can see it.
What I'm going to do, man, is I'm going to turn around and I'm going to hunt a fucking channel like that. What I'm going to do, man, is I'm going to turn around and I'm going to hunt your kids down and I'm going to hunt everything down.
I'm going to hunt your kids down. I'm going to hunt everything down. Now, you all know, again, I don't have children. But I'm threatened to be hunted down and my children.
YouTube. I'm going to hunt everything down and I'm going to post all that shit on YouTube. I'm going to post it all on YouTube along with your motherfucking address and everything else, along with the dumbass nigga that you with. Would you tell your nigga that you be over there doing strange things with Boyce Watkins?
Do you all hear that? Y'all know that's a lie, right? This stuff y'all know I shouldn't have to say this is a lie. Y'all should know I shouldn't have to say this is slander. I shouldn't have to say this is a freaking diabolical satanic lie. Y'all know that, right? Somebody's saying that I do that I'm sucking D's.
Your nigga that you be over there doing strange thing with Boyce Watkins and tell him that Boyce Watkins is your boy toy. You tramp. You bogus wig wearing. Take them bogus wigs off. You don't look like nothing. All that dumbass makeup on your face. You're a fucking tramp. You take the wig off, I guarantee you on my children, you look like Dennis Rodman. Stay the fuck out of my channel, you fucking...
What are you talking about? Y'all listen to all these lies. Keep listening.
Tramp, before I lay your ass down in this shit. I'm not playing with none of you.
Did you hear the threat on my life before he lays me down? Yes, I can see you, fan page. He says before he lays me down. That's the physical threat on my life. Too many of you all over the years have been threatening me violently. I've had that a few times. Y'all feel real comfortable and you say it publicly. And these platforms don't have nothing to say about it. That's why I'm doing this today. Because I will not continue to allow this and me not say anything. I have chosen to show respect and honor for background stuff, to show honor for the people that I'm working with and connected to. But there is nothing more honorable than me defending myself. This is unacceptable, and the Black woman should never be attacked or openly threatened by a so-called alleged Black woman or Black man.
None of you fucking thoughts. Now stay out of my business and stop molesting your goddamn children. Now, before I put that out on you.
Do you hear that BS? I don't have babies. I don't have children. I never have. This stops today. Nobody else gonna speak for me. I'll speak for myself.
Stop molesting your children before I let everybody on YouTube know that you molested your children. Now, the fly Nubian queen. The fly Nubian queen. Don't let me pull your record up and pull that shit up on you. Don't let me pull it.
Pull the record. My record is public. How dare you? And how dare anybody support and listen? You all know I do not support recklessness. But I'll be doggone if I let Roland Martin keep dogging my hair. Stacked 5, the former basketball player, publicly dogged my hair. He dogged my hair on Dr. Boyce's Instagram page. Nobody checked him like that. I checked these men publicly. Some of you brothers got in public beefs, and I had to deal with the backlash of it. Too many of y'all feel comfortable making videos threatening to kill me. So I said, today, you better watch what you say.
Pull it up on you. Now, if she keep playing on my channel, her face will go up, y'all, and I'll put...
Y'all know that's a lie. Whatever this individual is saying about playing with their channel, y'all know that's a lie. I have no idea what they're talking about. It's not about Vicki being strong. I don't want nobody saying Vicki's strong. That's not what this is about. This is about my work for the people. And I'll be doggone if I let this keep happening and I not address it. Showing respect for other people, other colleagues, other contributors, the Black community, and not speaking up for myself, you got me messed up.
That she molested a child. Now, there you go. Fly Nubian dick eater. Now stay on my channel.
You hear that? A D-eater. I don't have babies. I don't have children. Never have. You lying saying that I've had certain relations with certain people that I'm in business with. That's a lie. This is unacceptable, family.
Put it up that you molested a child. Now, you're not who you say you are. You're a molester. See those hands? You touched a child. So stay on my motherfucking channel, Nubian queen. You dick eater. No, Nubian thought. You know, the one with the bogus wig and the bald spots up on her motherfucking head. And that's why you're showing your one eye, bitch. Because you're an Eastern Star.
So you threaten to kill me. You're making slanderous sexual allegations, lying, saying that I have children that I violate. You call me a thought, a D-eater, an Eastern Star, bald spots under my, you call it a wig, but my curly braids. There are a lot of Black men that like to attack my hair. That's so strange. Even the worst kind of Black male.
You know what I do to Eastern Stars? I send you whores where you need to go.
I see you send you whores where you need to go.
Yours. And that's exactly where I send you, right when I knock that wig off your head. You fucking slut, stay on my channel and keep those nasty, crusty hands off little children. Okay? You and Boyce Watkins, keep the children out the bed. You geeky.
You fool. Y'all know those are lies, right? You know I never had an inappropriate relationship with Dr. Boyce. You all know I don't have any babies. I'm not an Eastern Star. Calls me a thought, a bee, whatever, the worst kind of thing. Somebody just people keep saying it's scripted. Who's behind this? Exactly. Spirit gonna reveal it sooner than you know.
Oh, and tell your mother I said to rest in piss. You see?
You hear that? Tell your mother I said you rest in piss. That's the second physical threat on my life in this video. That's why I'm making this video. You trolls, you devils, there's an energy and a spirit behind it, but I want it publicly known that this is unacceptable and for these platforms to allow that against me. But yet, whenever I do something pro-Black or I speak up for Black folks, the platforms I've been on have often been demonetized. I have at different times not been able to go live because of pro-Black truth telling. But this is allowed to stay.
Want to play Nubian? I'll run over you, bitch.
Third threat, you heard the first one, where he said he'll lay me down. That's why I'm making this. This is first and foremost. You all can tell all of these other lies. He said I have AIDS. I'm a thought, a bee, a violator, saying I'm a D-eater. Saying I had inappropriate relationships with some of my network partners. You heard it. Saying I'm an Eastern Star. Keep listening. It's almost over. You see, that's what Rob means. Run over a bitch. And that's what I'll do. You hear that? To you, Nubian. So please stay the fuck out of my channel, you Tourette's having bitch. And Tourette's? He said I got A's. Now he said I got Tourette's. Please take your cooties. Cooties? In your channel. In your molestation. And get the fuck out of my channel before I put you on Front Street and do 1 million views on you. Okay? You dick eater. And he ends it by calling me what he started out calling me, a D-eater. Lying, saying that I have children that I violate. You all know I don't have any babies, right? Lying, saying I had inappropriate relationships with my business partners. That's a lie, family. I should even have to say this, but because some of you all give ear to some of this, this is not the only one that's made threats and lies on me. This is not the only one that threatened to take my life. That's the main reason I'm doing this. Of course, the whole thing is disgusting and lies to my bald spots and all of that. You all know that I have an autoimmune situation that I'm overcoming. I'm making small progress. Talk Black to me. I've worn braids for many years, but yes, it's easier for me to wear braids because of the illness related to one of my organs. It makes it easy because of how it shows sometimes my patchy skin, patchy blood, hair, and all kinds of other symptoms and side effects. Too much to get into. There's no deepness that I need to get into here. I've already shared with you what's what. The link is in the chat. You all know that I don't push anybody to be reckless or silly. Feel free to report this to YouTube and ask YouTube, why was my picture, back-to-back pictures used? Why was I lied on? Why was someone threatening to physically take my life at least 3 times in one video? Why did they lie, say that I have children that I violate? Why do they lie and say that I'm having inappropriate relationships with my business partners as well as other men in general? Calling me a bee, a thought. And why am I bringing this up? Sometime back, when this other entity made back-to-back videos and you guys were the ones telling me about it. I don't even keep up with this mess. I've had former people that I was in loose relationships with that still continue to do business with those individuals. They still went on with it even though they were doing this against me. I said some of the very people that I was in relationship with, loose relationship with, association with, they continue to deal with those individuals. This is unacceptable, family. Some people keep saying wacko, all that. It's all, I'm making the point that people feel a little too comfortable making ugly videos against me. And you're not just talking about my hair, which some reason there's an obsession with my braids. Videos that have threatened me previously, mocked my illness, and in this video, of course, lied about the illness. And I'm talking about nonstop videos. Somebody said, I wonder what that person's real name is. I don't know. As you know, I never said any names here, but the link is in the chat. You all do what you will in terms of reporting it to YouTube. Of course, I'm not suggesting anybody do anything in response physically to anything. Y'all know I never, ever suggest that. Of course, most people don't even know who the individual is. But I wanted to speak for myself today, and I wanted to make it clear that this is absolutely unacceptable. I'm an upstanding woman, and to put non-existent children involved in this situation, to threaten to take me out 3 times in the one video, I'm done, family. Spiritually, God sees all. The ancestor sees all. And I will take appropriate legal steps as necessary once I'm able to apprehend and get more information on who's who, because the name doesn't, the last name seems suspicious. So for some of you asking me who that is, I didn't say specific names because I'm not exactly the title of it. You got the link. I'm asking everybody to be responsible, but I'm also defending myself and wanting you to ask YouTube and ask some of these platforms, why are videos that are out there threatening the life of Vicki, slandering Vicki, lying about children? And if I did have children, this male started off by saying that he would put my child's information out there for the public. You all know that my record is public. Y'all know that, right? Please look at the record and please put it out, because other YouTubers have made ugly videos on me when I was in the belly of the beast, with my fight against the banks, my fight regarding former properties I had. That's all out. Nothing can be hidden when it comes down to your record. Nothing is hidden. It's all out there, beloved. I'm an upstanding woman. Not perfect in y'all's eyes, but you ain't gonna find no man and no individual saying none of that about Vicki. Because I intentionally live a life on purpose and a life of morality and ethics. But I wanted to bring this out in the light because I'm worth that. And I'll be doggone if I sit up and wait for somebody else to now speak for me after this has been out a long time. In times past, there have been several high-profile people that were aware of other threats against my life that were made publicly. And because of other threats that were made against my life publicly, and again, those videos that were out there, people bring them to me. So I didn't even know anything about it until you guys tell me about it. And even then, I don't even watch some of the videos. Some of you all respect me enough to where you sent me like a clip instead of the whole video. And certain high-profile people still work with those individuals. And I was left to just fend for myself. Deal with it. Vicki, you're strong. Y'all know I've been in the belly of the beast in the feds. See, the goons that I knew some real for real goons in the multiple jails and prisons I was at before I made it to Texas. I touched down in 3 different states. They don't run their mouth like folks like this. They stay silent. And y'all know I don't even move in a violent way. But here I am trying to be a benefit to my people. But my affiliate networks that I work with get demonetized. My videos are targeted and attacked. My show is targeted and attacked. But people making multiple videos. That's why I'm saying something now. Because when one person does a video, I say, okay, let's just let it go. Then that person made another one, and another, and another one. Then I see a lot of females making ugly videos about Vicki. One time someone made a video on me. I was in Texas speaking at an event. A tall, dark-skinned brother with locks drove 5 hours to confront me because of a YouTube video somebody made. And the manager who was running the event had to keep that individual away from me the entire rest of the conference. I'm not staying silent about this stuff anymore. I said I'm not staying silent about this stuff anymore. Vicki is making a public record to make it clear that because one person made a video threatening my life, slandering me, lying on me, and to bring up children, babies that don't even exist. To say that I'm having inappropriate sexual relations with my business partners, saying I'm a D-eater. And then when I was dealing with multiple other threats before, other individuals came to Tamika Mallory's defense publicly. But when I was dealing with public threats, everybody stayed quiet. No, I'm not keeping this quiet no more. I said, I'm not keeping this quiet anymore. And I'm taking it to another level, legally, in the right way. And I'm making my official record publicly. So nobody can play dumb. And nobody can say what they did and did not know. And this is not just one person's responsibility, in my opinion. I'm making it public because it's all of our responsibilities. Over the years, I have spoken for people that never spoke for me. I'm talking about before I came to some of the platforms I'm on now. The reason for which I was in the belly of the beast after I became a target with the government is because Vicki did not have official legal assistance, legal defense. So I spoke for myself. I'm good at making a record, baby. I'm really good at being patient and allowing you to trap yourself. And more importantly, I allow my magic to work. And baby, it's working. So anyway, the link is in the chat, family. If you want to, one more thing, if you want to go ahead and get your holiday gifts, go ahead and get your angel calendars, your melanin angel calendars today at www.vickicalendar.com. Stock up while you can, family. Stock up while you can, especially if you want to get them by Christmas. I don't know what the timeline is. I think that they're making it until January before some of you all are getting. But either way, get your calendars at www.vickicalendar.com. Also, family, make sure that you save your seat today at your royal bloodline vault passcodes webinar that I'm doing January 2nd. Yes, that's my birthday. You don't want to miss it. Thank you all for your love and kindness. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Let's be clear. And my magic is working. But I decided that I'm not going to, quote unquote, keep it quiet for the sake of other people. No, I'll speak for myself. I'll defend myself. And I don't beg nobody to speak for me. The link is in the chat. Please feel free to report that video and any other video that you find that openly threatens my life. The platforms make no sense where you can tell the truth about the cocoa. Tell the truth about the cocoa. And y'all know I don't even get into detail about that, about the juice. But you can tell the truth about white supremacy. But they can justify demonetizing you. They can justify making it impossible for me to go live sometimes. This isn't okay, family. And I'm a Black woman, and I'm putting the pressure on the Black family. I know my value and my worth. I know I stand with my people, and I shouldn't have to beg for somebody to stand with me. There are high-profile people that wouldn't even say my name, but they said the name of my enemies because they had that much hate for one of my colleagues. I don't beg nobody to speak for Vicki. And some of the very people that you guys think I'm close with, they'll do shows defending strangers that they don't know, but they'll still work with people that have shown open disgust and hate for me. Yes, somebody put it in the chat. Welfare Section 8 queen. Yes, somebody said that about me too. As if I would be humiliated about that, though that's not true. Though that's a lie. And the fact that I have to say some of that to some of you all is very, very dangerous for the mind, for our people. So I wanted to make it clear that I'm not keeping these things secrets anymore. And no, I did not have to specifically, quote unquote, say names. You should see the link. You can report it to the different platforms. You all know to be responsible. You all know not to do stupid things illegally and stuff. But this is something that we can technically do, or whatever way that you want to call these individuals out in a righteous and ethical way. Thank you all so much for tuning in to an early brief edition of The Vicki Show, where I am the topic. And I'm a worthy one to protect while I'm working to completely heal myself and to heal my people. I'll be doggone if I don't bring this out and say it is absolutely unacceptable for Black males to be allowed to say such things publicly. One of the things that a brother told me, and of course I won't say their names, but this brother said to me, he said, Vicki, of all the white supremacists that's out there that's attacked you and different things, He said, none of them have made a public video threatening to take your life. None of them have made an open video slandering you, lying on you, saying you've got babies that you violated, calling you a D-eater, a thought. And some of you just say, well, that person is a nut. That's okay. Being there a nut. Do we allow the nuts to do this kind of stuff? Because some of you all have justified your support of the nuts. And I decided I'm going to do this because one too many of you so-called former colleagues feel too comfortable putting your mouth on me. And this opens the doors for others to do the same. And I got a lot of information on people that I could say stuff about. That's true. Nothing you heard there was true. But I got a lot of stuff that I could put out there that I don't. But this ain't just about me, what I said. This is about some of our people. And so if you're going to have the nerve to publicly make videos about people that you ain't never even met, and privately, I've got the DMs to prove it. I've got the text messages to prove it. You just want me to deal on my own with the attacks that's going on. Just shh. See, some of you upright, ethical people, you disgust me the most. I understand now why the Jesus of 2,000 years ago liked to hang out with the prostitutes. When I was in the belly of the beast, multiple jails and prisons before I finally got to Texas. I was disgusted by being around what I considered to be disgusting behaviors from certain people that I was locked up with. But when I was in the belly of the beast, I found some real riders, baby. Then you begin to understand I would rather deal with them all day long than some of you weak and cowardly fools. I never would ask anybody to take any physical action like that against anybody, but you ain't finna put your hands on me. And you're not gonna keep being comfortable making open threats. But when I was dealing with them goons, they had my back. And they didn't do all that freaking religious talk. That's what I appreciated about the goons. You can say what you want to about them. I'm talking about when I was in the belly of the beast. Some of them had enough respect for me to have my back in ways that I didn't even know they did. But then you got to sit up here and make a case for yourself and finally say enough is enough. Because of some haters, jealous. I know I set the standard in Black media. I know I've done a lot of work, and I know a lot of people have benefited from my great work, though they want you to believe it was all them. I made space for people that didn't make space for me. I made space for people that acted like that they were my associates and friends in my face, but behind the scenes was working with my enemy. And I just kept quiet. And I didn't say a mumbling word. And I just keep letting them talk about my hair. Keep letting them lie on me. Keep letting them slander on me. Enough is enough. One last thing. This is a separate situation right now. And the link is in the chat for those of you that are asking me, who is this person? I didn't say names, family, because obvious reasons. I'm going to move forward with other legal action once we ascertain the appropriate information we need. All I provided you was with the link in the chat. So family, I'm leaving it up to you. Family, we're grown enough to make it happen. I'm reporting what's what. So I trust you all to do what's ethically, legally, morally right. Again, I'm not asking anybody to do anything stupid or to take any violent actions. I'm not dumb like that. But there are some other things that we need to set the standard and publicly call these kinds of things out, is what I'm saying, as well as the platforms that allow these multiple threats to continue to be made. People feeling a little too comfortable making these kinds of threats against me. And I've stayed silent for years. I said years. That's how long some of these threats have been going on. I said I stayed silent for years. And some of y'all, just the momentum keep picking up. Let me not just talk about her hair. Let me just not lie on her and slander on her. Let me not lie and say she's got kids and she's violating. She don't have any babies. Let me lie and say she's a thought in sleeping with her colleagues. Sucking D. The most humiliating things you can say about a person. Some of y'all feel real comfortable saying. And some of you made space for those individuals, which means that you cause there to be a momentum on that. The other thing I wanted to say very quickly is this. How many of you all remember my sister, Crystal Mason Hobbs? Crystal Mason Hobbs, I've been in contact with one of her attorneys, Attorney Kim Cole. Crystal Mason Hobbs is that sister out of Texas that they gave 5 years in federal prison to. Let me show you her picture really quick. I'm going to stay on top of the story. You all know I've been on the story for the last few years, not just on this platform, but on other platforms. You all see my sister, Crystal Mason Hobbs, the sister they gave 5 years for allegedly illegally voting in Texas. Well, come to find out, family, that one of the based on what I've read, I retweeted it. So follow me on Twitter, family. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki, because I did a long thread. Go to Twitter and read the details of her case. This is not a case of voter fraud. This is not a case of mistaken voting. That's what they tried to say, right? More information, family, has come out on it, and I really want us to have our sisters back. And this is a shame to the entire system of white supremacy and the whole notion of voting. My sister, Crystal Mason Hobbs, why does she mean so much to me? She's a sister. She's a Black woman. And when it happens to one, it happens to us. But I did time in the belly of the beast with this sister in prison. See, I'm a real one. I don't just run my mouth just to be running my mouth. I keep telling y'all I ain't no YouTuber. I was looking at 20 years in prison and the judge gave me 5. My unjust trial, unjust proceedings, my appeals, multiple different types of appeals, that is. We call them appeals, different ones that were different names, but they were types of appeals that were unsuccessful, notwithstanding the malfeasance and the illegality that was allowed into my case and with my attorneys, which is why I ended up having 3 different ones. The judge fired 2. I was in prison with her in Texas. Don't play with me. One of the things it's saying now is that y'all remember when Crystal Mason Hobbs, they said that Crystal voted and she didn't realize that she wasn't supposed to vote, even though she was out of prison. She thought it was okay. And her probation officer said that they never told her that she couldn't vote. Even her probation officer tried to act like they had her back, even though they should have never brought the case in the first place. Because she was on federal probation, I had a PO and was under certain stipulations. It was considered to be an automatic violation of her federal what's the word I'm looking for? I'm tripping. Her federal probation type thing. The long and short of it is, even though it was a state situation, she ended up going back to federal prison. I forget for how long. She stayed there long enough. She actually did time back in federal prison because of this, because they consider it to be a violation. Then state court, because voting is a state issue, her state court ended up giving her 5 years. She's still appealing it. She's been through multiple appeals. Now is at one of the highest levels. So I messaged her attorney, and her attorney messaged me back and said that they're still waiting for the appeals court to make a decision. More information has come out, but one of the things that's come out is that it says that Crystal and her family, this is she and her family. Y'all take a screenshot. Her name is Crystal Mason Hobbs. Please hashtag this. Please put it out and shame the Democrats family. This is why I tell you voting ain't it. When Crystal got out, Crystal, even though she got hemmed up with the voting situation, she was still telling black folks to vote. That's how sweet and nice this sister wasn't nothing to play with, though. Don't get her twisted in prison. This is her family. She's taking care of grandkids and her siblings' kids. All these are her kids. This tells you the kind of woman she is. She's taking care of not only her kids, but her siblings, children, and grandkids' family. She got out, immediately got a job, I want to say with the transportation department. She started a legal side business, got a home. She got everything, right? Just a couple of more things I want you to know. It says here, this is from her attorney. Matter of fact, I'm going to put the link to the thread of the Twitter in the chat. Can I do that? Let me see if this will let me do that real quick. I know y'all like, dang, I'm sorry, family. Be patient with me because I'm doing this live, which is why the mods usually do this, but I didn't give them this information. Thanks. Y'all shout out our mods today. Thank you, mods. Okay, I'm putting the link in the chat, so y'all copy this link. Please follow this thread on Twitter. It's a very long thread, but it's worth reading, family. You need to know this. This is the kind of stuff that you need to be messaging the Congressional Black Caucus about. Kamala's funny-looking self, Jim Crow Joe Biden's funny-looking self, Simone Sanders, the linebacker before she leaves the White House tomorrow. Watch this. This thread lets you know it's not a case of mistaken voting. You know what the information that came out showed? Let me give y'all the basics. Here, y'all want to take a screenshot of this real quick? Please take a screenshot. Crystal, this is Crystal Mason Hobbs. I have a strong, I love, the reason I can stay on top of this for years I've done shows on this. Not just here, but on African Diaspora News Channel. That's the other network I'm on. I keep covering for this sister because people don't know what the people in the belly of the beast are dealing with. Some of you think that somebody just committed a crime and that's all it was. Well, she shouldn't have done that. She shouldn't have. Shut your mouth. These are people that's taking care of other people's kids. And some of you upright, ethical, spiritual, religious folks would never do that. I got more respect for them. Crystal Mason it says a 4-time felon, voted in 2016 presidential election. She was on supervised release after she was released from prison for a federal tax fraud. At the time she voted, Mason knew she was on federal probation and had received written and verbal notification that she was ineligible to vote. This is what the devil put out. This is what your devils put out. It says we presented sufficient evidence during the trial for the judge to find that Mason knew she was ineligible to vote. That's a part of the thread that her attorney put out, right? Shout out to her attorney Kim T. Cole. The information I want you to know now, and I'm not going to read you the whole thread. This is one of the bits of information that they're not telling you. They're not telling you that my sister Crystal experienced harassment and racist threats after she moved her large black family. Y'all see the second thread I'm reading? This is directly from her attorney. She's got multiple attorneys working with her, but this is one of them. And this is Kim Cole. I interviewed Kim years ago, but that's when I was on Fly Nubian Facebook. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I'm consistent. Even when folks didn't, because some of y'all, if it ain't no flashy topic or something, y'all won't even listen. Some of you. Even when nobody was listening, I was doing shows riding for my sister. When I went on African Diaspora News Channel working with my brother Phil Scott, the first show I did, I dedicated to my sister. Crystal Mason experienced harassment and racist threats after she moved her large black family to an affluent, predominantly white community in Tarrant County. I know about Tarrant County. Listen. Crystal's neighbors were concerned about the neighborhood after her release from federal prison, so they took matters into their own hands. Guess what they did? This is more information that's coming out, family. Y'all listen. Despite knowing Crystal's criminal background, I want y'all to see these names up close. Please take a screenshot. Take a screenshot now, family. Take a screenshot now because I need y'all Black Twitter, Black Instagram, Black YouTube, Black Facebook, Black TikTok, Black whatever on social media, Black online bloggers, all of this. Y'all need to be quoting me and this left and right. Screenshot this, please. What does it say? Because it's names on it. Despite knowing Crystal's criminal background, her neighbors, Jared Strebick, spelled Streibich, and Carl Dederich, Diederich, a Republican Tarrant County election judge. Did y'all hear that? Watch the twist. Somebody say entrapment. They entrapped my sister. Somebody say they entrapped my sister. What did they do? When they found out that Crystal moved into their neighborhood, one of them was what? A Republican Tarrant County election judge. They testified to personally assisting Crystal with filing a provisional ballot. Y'all, a Tarrant County election judge helped my sister fill out a ballot. Watch what he did after that. This is directly from her attorney. That's why I gave you the link so that you can read it and you can verify it. Look what he did. After this, Lily White, you know what? Helped Crystal fill out the ballot. Then promptly reported her directly to Tarrant County DA. So when y'all be sitting out there doing that, driving Miss Daisy, let me help them because they look frail. Them the very ones a lot of times that'll turn around and tell them that they attacked you or did something. I hate to think like that, but I'm telling you, in my own life, some of us have done some things out of the kindness of our heart to help people, only for them to stab you in your back. Most people didn't know this. When most people heard that Crystal Mason Hobbs voted and they sent her back to federal prison, she did, I want to say, close to a year, just off of a probation violation. Even though that's not the technical name they use for federal supervisory stuff, that's what they call it. But then giving her 5 years state, the 5 years that they gave her in the state is what she's appealing. That's separate from the time she had to go back to prison. She went back to federal prison automatically as a violation. And then on top of that, the state gave her 5 years. Are y'all following me? Did y'all screenshot the names? These are the ones that testified to helping her fill out the provisional ballot, even though they knew all about Crystal, and then turned around and reported her. Look, turned around and reported her. Look, to where my finger's pointing. They turned around and reported her promptly to Tarrant County DA. Oh, I hit something. Y'all see that? Watch this. The neighbors then served as Tarrant County's DA star witnesses against Crystal. They contradicted each other on the stand. Her attorney puts the receipts under each part of the Twitter thread. So when y'all be out there running your mouth and stuff, be doing the stuff, some of you all don't know, it's the government. It's agents. Hey, sister, you need help there with your provisional ballot? Let me help you fill out your ballot. Not knowing that one of the white men that helped her was an actual election judge. And that's the one that turned around and reported her. Mind you, it's a provisional ballot. So did you all know that her provisional ballot was never even counted? But it wasn't just that Crystal thought she was voting. She didn't know she was actually set up. Talk black to me until later. I told you I'm from Mississippi. I was raised to believe that white folks was all white. These are good white. Trust me. I was raised to worship and glorify white people, just like my people. That's why I know all about my raccoon rehab I told you I got. Yes, they want you to think that they're gods and goddesses. That's how I know how to tell you about them so good. I'm not just beating up on my people. I know about them spirits that'll trick your funny looking self. And you don't even know it. Watch this. One last thing I want you to hear. In addition to both of them, the very two white men that helped her do it, not knowing that it was the local government and the actual election judge that was setting her up that actually helped her fill out the ballot, y'all. in addition to making contradictory statements, they both contradicted themselves on the stand, y'all. But they still gave our sister 5 years. That's what she's appealing now. In addition to making contradictory statements about who actually assisted Crystal, they provided conflicting testimony about the time that Crystal Mason supposedly committed the alleged offense. The Diedrich testified he was quite positive that Crystal was there at 2:30. Look, shout out to the attorney. She put the straight transcript on there. Y'all, that's the only thing I kept. Y'all know my book is coming. The very devils that think that they got away with something on me. In the court of law, baby, there's a spiritual court. There's a high council court. Yeah, it's been some years ago. But you just better sit back. I'm getting ready to tell my story and put it on blast. Y'all play too much. However, y'all, the ones that lied about her, one said 2:30, quite positive. The other one testified that Crystal came in about 4 to 4:30. Guess what, y'all? Of course, the attorney put the transcript on that too. However, security badge records from Crystal's employer, somebody say security badge. Somebody say security badges don't lie. Crystal can't lie about the time she got out because the security badge records from Crystal's employer shows that Crystal was still at work at the time Diedrich and Strebeck swore that she was voting. Crystal testified she was at work until 4:30 on 11/8/2016. The lady put the receipts there too. Somebody say the receipts. Somebody say the receipts. Somebody send this to Maxine Waters. Somebody send this to your CBC fools. Let's use this to call out Jim Crow, Joe Biden and them. She worked in downtown Dallas until 4:30. Her polling place was at least an hour away in rush hour traffic and rain, and she stopped to get her niece before going to vote. Thus, it was impossible for Crystal to have been at the church at either time, her neighbors alleged. In addition to their contradictory testimony from Crystal's neighbors, Tarrant County election officials testified they mailed letters to Crystal's home while she was in federal prison. Look at the transcript attached. Y'all know I believe in receipts. See, some of y'all don't know nothing about legal stuff. I may not know all the official legal stuff, and they may have laughed me out of some of the courts, but they was mad at me because I was making records and Vicki was getting news publicity, and the banks and the high-level public officials didn't like that. But somebody say receipts. Y'all see that transcript? Don't take my word for it. That's just a little bit of the information I wanted to share with you. Y'all follow Crystal Mason. She also went by Crystal Mason House for one time. I put the link for Twitter in the chat. Family, put this on blast. Kindly put this on blast. Family, put this story on blast. Tweet about it. Use your intuition and your wisdom on what ought to be done about it. Somebody say free Crystal Mason. Somebody say free Crystal Mason. I'm going to, right now, is this her? Here's her tag. There was a strategic reason why I didn't sometimes when you know someone personally, you don't want to get too directly involved in some of their stuff. So I use my platforms to defend and to fight for my sister. And of course, I'm going to continue to do so. But I want you all to defend her. And I want you all to get out there, okay? Crystal Mason, please look it up. I put the link for Twitter in the chat, and I put the link, finally, to, because there's been several YouTubers that made ugly videos about me, lying on me, slandering me. And there have been multiple threats made against my life, and I'm just done with it. I'm not being silent about that anymore. You all know how to report these individuals. You all know how to be ethical and wise about doing it. You all know how to call them out properly on social media. One more time, I'm putting the link to that YouTube video. If you choose to report it, if you choose to ask these platforms that are hosting these individuals, why are they permitting this? Even though you all know I don't have any children, But just the idea that somebody said that they would do something like that to a child as soon as he started the video, as well as threaten my life at least 3 different times directly, that's unacceptable, family. The link is in the chat. Copy it. Feel free to report and do what you know to do appropriately to call these individuals out. Thank you so much for tuning into the Vicki Show. Go to onpurposewithvicki.com, my website. Sign up today for my January 2nd, 2022, your royal bloodline. This is why I'm doing the royal bloodline, because some of our people need to be cleaned up. But I'm bringing on a master metaphysician to come in to help unleash your wealth codes inside of your royal bloodline. Also, family, please follow my sister Source, Crystal Mason Hobbs. Be sure to tell her that Vicki sent you to her. Be sure to tell her that Vicki sent us to support you. And let Crystal know. Call out the Democrats on this, family. Why? And some of you may say, well, why call out the Democrats? Well, of course, call out the Democrats. I'm saying call out the Democrats on this. And look, this is her beautiful attorney. This is her attorney that I interviewed years ago. And since that I've done years ago, here's Crystal's. I'm doing this real quick. I'm going to put her link in the chat. And then, where do I do this at? Where's the doggone link at? Her name is inside of the Twitter link. So follow Crystal on Twitter. Let her know you got her back. I'm going to put it in the chat, family. You'll see her Twitter handle. Let her know that Vicki talked about her show, talked about her today. Here it is. Can y'all see the latest Twitter link I put in there? I'm doing my best, y'all. The mods supposed to do this, but I didn't give them no notice on this. Somebody say shout out to our mods. Follow Crystal, family, and let's call out the Democrats on this. Why aren't they doing anything? They're keeping this silent because they want Negroes to keep flooding the polls. They know this is not going to be a good look for the Democrats, and they don't want us not to show up. So they want Crystal. They don't care if Crystal goes to prison for being set up by a white Republican Tarrant County election judge. They don't care about that. They keep that kind of stuff silent. She was entrapped. Come to find out, they was the one that was helping her fill out the form. Thank y'all for shouting out the mods. I love y'all. I'm your sister with the curly braids. I bow to you. Thank you for listening to me today. I know this was an unusual show, but I wanted to have the show and speak up for myself. I love you all so much. I can't wait to see you again. Oh, don't forget your angel calendars, www.vickicalendar.com, vickicalendar.com.